Live and in the server here between Party Astronauts and Nouns. A little bit of action going, and it's Mirage to start. This is Nouns' home ground. They love a bit of the Mirage. PA? Well, they're no strangers to it. Should be an interesting one. Is CJ doing it? Huh? I thought they patched that. Little MJ lean there for a second.
Yeah, that was weird. I saw that too.
Patch that. What's going on? Shenanigans. Oh, major shenanigans. Bomb's been found right away. We had huge aggression here on A from Party Astronauts. Double ramp push, double palace push, and the bomb now under control of the CTs. And they don't even know this ramp presence is here. Oh, they don't know. This is so weird for Nouns. Cynic figures it out. He's processing. He's like, all right, why is there no ticket? We know they have bomb. How is this going to work?
What about the second one? Huh? Do they expect that? Yeah, they do. Now they're looking.
There's no real reason to fight here. Cxzi does get the kill. He's able to slip away, but it's not necessary. Ben Leet now catches. It's all on the marquee, and he's surrounded, and he knows it. Even getting the bomb here seems like an impossibility.
Yeah, I mean, look, 44 seconds left. Marky's got to take down 4 players. There's still even a little bit of util for Ben Leet. He's got the incendiary in his hands. We'll see if Marky can at least get one here and make something happen, but he's got nothing. Nada. Zero. Zilch. Cxzi. The final frag, and Party Astronauts pick up that first round. Now, if you look at Mirage as a map, Mike, Party Astronauts actually used to be pretty strong on it with their previous rosters before Grizz and Spec had joined up. And afterwards, once Grizz and Spec were there, they didn't really play it as much. They decided to move away from it. And now they're going back into it because it's a map that in the past, we've seen Cxzi in particular perform very well on. And so it makes sense. We'll see if maybe he can channel some of that past energy to find a win here on Mirage. Because last time they played on it was against EG. And that was yesterday. 8-13 loss. It was the only map they lost in that series.
It did used to be the Cxzi home ground, right?
Yeah,
just anytime you had them on the map, you're expecting a 30 bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. Already found 2. Spotting players. Don't want to overextend. Don't want to give up a rifle. So Cxzi will back away. Good discipline here. Not chasing the eeks. We do know how NA players love their eeks, John.
Oh, they do.
It's the primary diet of an NA player.
A lot of discipline here for the Party Astronauts, though. Aside from that early peak, I mean, they're playing passively. 2 players, 2-1-2 setup, basically. Very standard. Viz waiting, peeking around. He's going to have a lot of players in his view soon. Yeah, he sees them, backs off, waits for the crossfire to get set up, and now he re-peeks it. Viz gets one, Cxzi another. It should be pretty much a slaughter here.
Trick is just to avoid giving up casualties if you can.
Yeah.
Viz Dinked isn't going to be fighting anymore. They're trying to run down Cxzi, but a little bit of nice maneuvering means it's just not a possibility. One by one, they will falter. Chase out of the SMG now. Why not? Get a little extra loss bonus there for Ben Leet as a treat.
Alrighty, 2 rounds up. Party Astronauts taking care of business after winning the first round. Of course, no force buy comes through for Nouns because they didn't get the bomb plant, so they couldn't justify it. Instead, now they have 4 AKs here in round number 3 with 1 Galil, rounding out the buy. Not the full util belt, at least not for 4 of the players. Marky has it, but it should be enough to get a decent execute going. At least that the Molotovs in return by the Party Astronauts. That's pretty aggressive, in fact. Cxzi throws a nade afterwards, and then he's going to fall back into connector. Viz supporting as well. They really are fighting for this mid-control. Viz eats that nade, goes down to 71, trying to retreat. Cxzi takes a ton of damage, but he does get Marky.
Does indeed. And with that, he's going to be able to slip away, right? There's this mid presence, but there's no one up top. Ooh, timing on the reload. Viz peeking out, still reloading, it seemed from our perspective, and well, this could open things up. There are 2 players here. They're not expecting one so close. Knowing that Cxzi was further in, they didn't never expected Chop to be here, so the numbers are still heavily in their favor. Chop will get the rifle. He's the player with the hell. Cxzi gets an upgrade as well, so now the retake is on. CJ Carson.
What?
That was a scout bullet through both of them. And now it's a quick cleanup.
That's crazy.
It was
Neither
the
of them
double
died,
chest shot collat.
Yeah, that's nuts. Great shot. And round victory found there for the Party Astronauts. Clean so far, 3-0. And the greatest part about this, for them anyway, is that they haven't really lost many bodies, neither in the pistol round nor in the following two. So their economy's building up very nicely, which is fantastic, of course, for a CT side. On the Nouns end, they have the full loss bonus now. They were thinking about using it. You saw Galil there, and then someone called them back. I imagine Carson said, no, guys. Let's take it easy. No reason to force the issue here. We want to get a better buy-up. So they're going to favor the Deagles, 4 of them, and the Tech 9 instead.
It's good to keep the buying on lock.
Exactly. And we've seen Nouns in this map before, Mike, and they don't have that discipline usually. They want to go for it every round.
No, but they know how important it's going to be here. And I mean, the Deags from Nouns are plenty dangerous as well, right? You can't take this one easily if you're Party Astronauts. So it's good, though. It's good to see a little bit of discipline here from Nouns. Maybe the effects of their long stint in Europe where you can't get away with the same level of shenanigans.
Definitely not. There's that con smoke being thrown by Cynic. So they're going to go for some mid-control. You have to imagine, or maybe they're just faking it.
Just the one. Seems like this is going to be a B hit. The lean is good for Party Astronauts. They've got the third player over here in Ponalone and Market. So assuming this is in fact a B hit, it looks to be. Should be decent posturing for Party Astronauts. All about the flashbangs. This one catches. Viz able to swing back out. And, there we go. Marky on the Deag. A deadly man. Frag not able to come back the other way. Now Marky has a gun. Marky's got a rifle. There's still presence in mid as well. There's a lot for them to work with. Along creeping up. Starting to whittle these bodies down. Needs to get a reload off, though, is the problem. Player out towards Van. It's getting spicy. They need to run down CJ. They've done exactly that. Need to deal with the Van player, but look at the flank. Oh, a mispress. A quick Q tap, and now they've realized where the last is. Just in the nick of time. Able to get the defuse through. Party Astronauts, that one gets a little tetchy. Keep it going.
Yeah, it felt like Ponalone, that was a misclick, right? It didn't seem like he wanted to pull out the util. So he's just he's panicking a little bit, trying to get back into cover. And luckily for him, he doesn't go down to dirt. And also, fortunately, they get the Van player before the flank comes in, neutralizing how effective the flank could have been with 2 players up instead. So Party Astronauts dodging a bullet there. 4-0 in their favor, and of course that was the eco round, and a good call from Nouns, right? They get the bomb plant with a little bit of damage, and now they're able to get the full-on buy. Money in reserve as well for the follow-up round should things go awry here again. Chop dips his toes into that Molotov. He's back off safely, and Ponalone activates with the AWP, dropping Marky. That's a really good sign for Ponalone, by the way, Mike, because he's been really quiet in these playoffs. Far more quiet than he was in the regular season.
Has indeed, but this time he's starting off beautifully. 5-0. Speaking of which, there's 3 players on the Party Astronaut sides who haven't died yet.
Wow.
Cxzi having a vintage Cxzi Mirage performance here. And look at this control. Speaking of Cxzi, look at where he is. They're totally flanked out. Cynic's going to be forced in by the Molotov. Can't do anything about it. Viz gets 2 for 1. The flank is an inevitability. And the bomb is under full control now of this CT side with just Carson remaining. And Carson, well, he might not be long for this world now that he's been spotted. Cxzi keeps the record clean. 11-0. That's a beautiful slate.
I mean, yeah, and not to mention the Party Astronauts, I don't think they've lost more than 1 body in any of these 5 rounds. I'll have to double check that. It could be 2 at some point, but I think 4 have been alive out of every single round. The money is absolutely fantastic here, and that's a jump scare for B-Wolves, essentially.
I mean, there's only 5 deaths in 5 rounds. So
yeah, so I guess I'm right. Good, cool.
Yeah? No, there was 1 round where they kept 3 alive. Okay. Where they're with the pistols and the force spy and the Marquee and the Deagle.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right, my short.
Which is actually more impressive because it means there was a round where nobody died.
Yes. So technically it averages out to 1 round anyway. anyway. But look at this. It's a
All
slaughter
right, we're
again.
twisting the numbers.
Mike,
Look at Cxzi. Golly. He's all over the place is the thing as well. He's moving about the map. I'd imagine this is a situation where they've said, all right, Cxzi, you like Mirage. Do whatever you feel is going to work. You know these guys better than most. You love this map because he's fighting ramp. He's fighting in towards underpass. He's fighting up in the what's going on here? This guy's just on one right now.
I think
he could do no wrong.
I agree. And I think the crazy part is here, Mike. First 15 seconds, Party Astronauts took apart Nouns. 3 players gone, deleted, and it looked like they were on an eco. But they had AKs. This is a full buy. Oh my gosh. That is so disappointing for Nouns. It's going to be 6-0 for the Party Astronauts. And Cxzi is on a tear. I mean, he's the reason why the Party Astronauts have had such an easy time. I don't think so.
Surely. Oh my goodness. B-Will's the quick switch? What was that? Utility coming out? 15-0. Win 6 rounds. 6 rounds is insane. 15 kills.
Look, Mike, I mean, he's good.
What is happening?
Well.
Yeah, but this is like a 4.0 rating. Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. This is wild from Mr. Cxzi. Talked about it though. This is his map. He was due for an explosion on go for it. He's due for an explosion on Mirage, and we're seeing it right now at the perfect time against a Nouns squad that likes this map a lot. 12-6, 18 times they've played it over the last 3 months. Cxzi's going for more. He's just in mid. He's just in the open in mid, and he gets one. Chop helps him out, and then he starts spraying underpass. I mean, this is
Ben Lead, how is he
don't
there?
know, Mike.
He's pinched. All right, finally Ben Lead's dead. The first of the Immortals has fallen. Oh, Cxzi nearly the second, but no, he'll get a 2-piece in this one. He's averaging over 2 kills around.
Yes.
And he hasn't died yet.
Of the matches that I've casted so far, Mike, this is the most frags I've seen in 7 rounds.
This is insane.
Yeah.
There's fewer than a death a round for Party Astronauts. We're over halfway through this half.
Yeah.
We're past the first quarter. They have fewer deaths than round wins. This is not what I was expecting tonight, John.
No, me neither. I'll tell you that right now. Look, it might not last long. Nouns could just come out and turn this on its head.
It's already lasted long. This is long for this ridiculous streak.
It is, especially against a team like Nouns. But look, maybe Nouns wins 1 and they get the rest of the rounds this half and it's 7-5, right? So we'll see. But certainly I'm impressed. Cxzi is
unreal.
On a ridiculous run.
Now he's under Balk. So again, he's just moving around. He's just reading it. He's just vibing.
I think you're right. I honestly do. I think they just said Cxzi, go and play. Go do
he's
your
mostly
thing,
playing A, but then he's had some of these pushes where like he just goes in underpass. Right now, B-Will, Surely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The first blemish on Cxzi's perfect record. They've killed another of the Immortals. It's just Pwn alone now. The Eternal Man, Viz. Spotted that, but a little bit too late. Was already turning away, but Pwn alone will start to collect. Oh, he's forcing in. All right, the last of the Immortals has died. The streak may be broken now. We'll see, though. Ben, I appreciate it. He thought he was going to swing right on the flashbang. Tried to commit to the kill. But it's just all the chop. Obviously, cash is not really a concern for this CT side right now. So Chop could give this a look. Try and whittle some guns away, but he's going to save.
It's important, I would say. Keep that AK in hand. He could go for it, obviously. Like you said, they've got plenty of cash.
You could just see the instincts from Chop. He's one of these players who always wants to do the right thing, you know, make the right play, the correct play to ensure the round win. Not a glory hunter.
They saw him.
They did, and he can't win it. He doesn't have the time. He's just trying to keep a player there to maybe die to bomb. That might have been enough. Marky, see if he lives. I think he'll be fine.
I think.
No. All right. Oh, almost one more there. But you could tell someone who is calming to Chop. We have fine money. Like go kill somebody. It's more worth it.
For sure. Like, and you're right. His instincts are to make the right play, and you saw him backing off already. He does get a nice nade toss, right, and forces another player down to the dirt because Marky just couldn't survive. He couldn't get away from the bomb in time. But it is Nouns' first round victory. So there we go. They cracked the goose egg. They took care of the Immortal Men. Now they have to take care of the infinite money that the party astronauts have, because they have a full buy once more and have another one in the tank.
Oh, yeah. If not, I mean, yeah. The money just keeps going.
Yeah.
Turns out when you win 7 in a row without dying 6 times in total, you've got a little bit of spare capital. Shocking. I know. But still, they've shown that everyone bleeds at the very least. Cxzi trying to get right back to it, and he has.
Dude,
and Ponalone's found another, and it's attempting to be a B take, but they've lost all extremities. Ponalone hitting shots through smoke now. He's finally dropped out on catwalk, but Cxzi's ready to fill the gap. So if they overlook this in the slightest, Cxzi's going to be right on them. Oh, and he's walked through. He's walked through. They're getting the plant. They're not even going to get that. Cxzi, you killed him once. But you're not going to get more. 20 frags for Mr. Cxzi.
Whoa, 20. Oh my goodness, in 9 rounds.
9 rounds.
That's above 2 frags per round. I mean, that's just... I don't have words, honestly. I mean, he's playing amazing. He honestly is. He has a... Well, coming into this, he had a 1.25 rating, number 4 in the league in the playoffs, but that's going to change after this map, unless everything goes completely wrong for the party astronaut, which is still a possibility.
I just know he's got the Bass Prayer Shop hat on. It's the only way. It's the only way. Ooh, Ponalone nearly hitting that one. And actually,
nice
Viz
shot,
going to be
nice
collected.
shot.
Here we go. Carson lived. Now there's a chance, but Cxzi back on the scene. Cxzi collecting 2. Ben Lead able to go on almost the second. Leaves it to Carson. So very wounded. An aid would finish him. An
Nice
op shot
spot.
certainly would.
That's a good job with the Molotov isolating one position. Allows him to get a 1v1 more than likely if he continues pushing into connector, but he decides against it. He's making a lot of noise.
He's trying to bait the headshot, I think.
I think he's trying to bait maybe a rotation over. I don't know. It seems like Ponalone's giving up the space towards CT. No, he just wants to
He's
engage
just
the jungle.
repositioning.
That makes
yeah,
sense.
I mean,
That makes sense.
with Chop holding con, they know he's not here. The concern is the slip.
He could have slipped through, and he's trying to convince them that he did.
The problem is he knows if he tries to plant with 2 alive, right, he's dead.
Yeah.
So what he's hoping is that one of them will rotate back to check B, the other one will give him a peek and a headshot, and then it becomes a winnable round. But with the health that he's got, he can't just really commit to the plant, because as you see, they still have utility. So an HE comes over, he's dead. A Molly comes over, he's dead. A shot through the box, he's dead. Now he's going to make the move, time being what it is, had to make a decision, and he's correct. They pushed far enough off that they didn't hear that bomb going down, so they couldn't punish while he was still on plant.
There's still a nade up, Mike. That's a big problem.
They just don't know where he is the problem.
Oh.
Takes 1 bullet, 1 little bit of shrapnel. Molly means he can't go back, but he's going to swing, and the shot lands. Chop. Finish this off. Plenty of time for the defuse, for the AK upgrades, for the 9th round for Party Astronauts.
This is... I'm a little shell-shocked, Mike, I'll be honest. Like, this is 9-1 for the Party Astronauts. Cxzi 22-2, keeps that 2 frag per round pace up. And he had 2 important ones there, right? Because they lost Viz immediately, and then he strikes on back, gets 2 before he is dropped, and Ben Leet helps out along with Ponalone to ensure that Carson be the last one standing. At least Nouns get the bomb plant, right? So they can buy up these AKs a little more comfortably with a good chunk of util, but they need rounds. There's only 2 left here in this first half.
That they do.
Oh my
Cxzi has 200 ADR, if I'm not mistaken. Over 200 ADR. At this
I
point.
mean, he has to, right? With the amount of kills he's got.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it just shows it's not like he's polishing off ecos. No, he's killing everybody. And again, 2 kills in towards mid. Viz from Cat, Cxzi from Window. There's just nothing going right for Nouns. They're getting picked apart on this mid control, and Cxzi's so confident right now. Maybe a bit overconfident, but a man advantage still available for the Party Astronauts. Which way does Nouns want to take this bomb?
They've had a pretty aggressive mid-hold on the Party Astronauts side. They've always had 1 Cat, 1 Window, 1 Con, and peeking into mid, not just holding it passively. So Nouns have had a tough time getting through. They finally do crack through. but it's costly. It's 3v2 advantage for the party astronauts. No one's on the A site itself, but I think Ben Leet's position is a little troubling, at least if you're Nouns, because you don't really realize someone could have pushed down there. Carson's checking it, but Ben is all the way towards T-spawn, so they're not going to have a clue that he's in this spot. The advantage maybe for Nouns is that everyone's spread out for the party astronauts. And that's going to change soon, as Chop will be joining up with Ben Leet, and they're going to try and go for this retake together. Ooh, the spacing's not very good right now. It doesn't matter. Ben Leet gets the frag, leaving only B-Wills and Connector alone, stranded. I mean, what does he do here?
Tries, and he dies, John.
Yeah.
Double digits for the party astronauts. This is definitely not what we expected when we loaded into Mirage. But when Cxzi, when Mr. Dan Wu himself is rocking on a 23-3 scoreline, there ain't much you could do to stop him.
No.
At least you started to make other people's scoreline look just normal, like still good, but normal. Right, Pwn Alone's 9-3 instead of 9-0.
Yeah.
Viz is starting to pick up, but Ben Leet's been killed a few times as well. Smoke down. One of the big concerning things for Nouns as well is, frankly, they're not a team known for having the toughest of mentals.
Yeah.
They've had major issues in the past with crises in big moments, going quiet in big games, that kind of thing.
The thing that's...
Don't know how they'd handle this kind of a situation. Viz deleted, opening pick. Here we go. A little bit of life at the end of the half would be big. Cxzi, though, still going to claim one, chop another. This is far from comfortable. Man advantage. Drop, that's something, but Chop, he's such a nuisance here. Dancing around the back of sight, holding them at arm's reach, stalling them out, setting up the kills, and delivering an 11th for the party astronauts to send us to the half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
well, that was quite the first half,
Yeah.
John.
Wow.
Don't know how else to put that. This is not what we expected on Nouns' map pick. It's not what they expected either. So a little shell shock. Hopefully they could shake it off at the half. I mean,
I don't think there's a single person that expected this, Mike. Like in all of North American Counter-Strike.
no, certainly not. But let's see if Party Astronauts can salt it away. This pistol round would just about do it.
They already
They're
have
gonna get a
control.
bomb plant. They've got the site. It's a retake setup. Nouns pushed
Oh, nice
off,
shot,
but they
nice
did get the
shot.
first kill. They want to Brawl. Everyone's here, actually, which is kind of crazy because now Cxzi's fighting them, which understandable. He's been feeling it, but they could have actually just held them there. They knew there were 4 players fighting that choke point. It's a tough one to get out of if you don't brawl, but because they've brawled, now it all falls to Chop, the lone survivor, and he is donezo.
Oof. I mean, Party Astronauts could have put a stranglehold on this one with a win there, and you're right. I think they just got a little too aggressive. They knew everyone was coming from that direction. Cxzi still gets 2 kills. I can't really fault him for fighting that because he gets a couple, but after he gets those 2, you don't have to continue engaging. Anyway, either way, Nouns do get there first. Probably feels good for them to win that pistol round. At least it's something to build off of immediately. But the Party Astronauts did get the bomb plant, which means the rifles are out. 3 Galils, 2 MAC-10s. On the other side, Nouns are going to have 3 A1Ss and 2 MP9s. So a pretty even buy-up. I would even give the edge to Nouns. Even in util. We'll see. Cxzi is an entry fragger. He has been doing that since he joined the squad. In the playoffs, he's number 3 in entry frags total at 24. But Chop's going to do it this time, getting B. Wilson against the immediate trade. But there is Cxzi right on back, 4v3. Smoke's going to get tossed in. 2 players trapped at jungle. They'll have to fight their way out after this bomb is planted.
Bomb down's a big difference here. They're not overextending into this jungle fight. They're going to hold into the post plant, see what they can do. He's creeping up the stairs. He's spotted. Good shots from the Mackie. Eventually finished off by Cxzi. Now a rifle upgrade. Very tough post plant,
nice
but Viz
volley.
burns alive. Makes this a lot more viable. Ben Leet knows he's the big piece.
my
He's got to
goodness.
keep that bomb safe. And actually, as they're swinging, he's a goner. Bomb's not planted for Cxzi. This is a hard position to play from. They're just sticking it. They're just sticking it. And he realizes there's nothing that he can do. Was hoping to have pulled them off of the bomb. He'll find a kill on the tail end, though. That does mean that there's very little money carried forward by Nouns.
Mike, I mean, yes, Nouns won that round. Sorry, like for sure, that was a good recovery from them. I thought for a moment that Party Astronauts would be able to get it, and those type of rounds you don't really want to lose, especially when you're up by such a big score. And you're like, oh man, is that going to be the one we regret? Is that going to lead to the craziness of a comeback? But anyway, I'm sorry. Cxzi's 29-4. He's going to have a 30 bomb in 15 rounds if he gets 1 frag in this one. What? Like, it's insane. The pace has not stopped. And we know how rare 30 frags is now with MR12. So this is to get it this quickly. And usually in stomps you see 19, 18 frags on the top. Here at 60, just steamrolling.
Carson. They're going to slip past him. There's not a lot of B presence here. If Carson goes down, it's just about mark it. This bomb almost certainly going to be planted.
I think it's a retake setup already.
I mean, with barely a fight, they've gained the site. 10 alive. Unusual to see in a post plant. And now there's the flank. Ben Leet was waiting.
That's so important.
Ben Leet was watching. And there's a question for Nouns. Look, it's up against map point. This would find map point. So you want to go for it, but it's such a tough retake. Time's going to be a huge issue. Ben Leet's still alive, still harassing. Carson can't leave. He's got to be focused on it, and so they are just going to bail out. They're going to pull the plug. This is going to be map point found from the Party Astronauts. And Nouns barely even got a chance to fight for it.
Party Astronauts chasing as well. Nouns have to be careful. Oh my goodness, Cynic's gone. Marky only 19 HP. I don't think he's going to live either. Ben Leet's going for the ace. He spots Marky, and oh, it's Pwn alone. Pwn alone.
Come
Why
on,
are you
man.
stealing that from Ben? Give him
Well,
the
you know,
ace.
they want to
Sorry.
salt this away. And look at
I
this.
get it, I
It's
get
the
it.
worst of both worlds for Nouns. They never got to compete for the round, and they got to save nothing. It's a
Oh my
disaster.
gosh,
They've
it
got
is bad.
Deegs to try and keep this game alive on their map pick.
It's bad, and the key to that round, who ends up getting 4 frags, which is crazy to me, is Ben Leet. He comes
Yeah.
on the flank. He's the only player there, but because he gets 1 and he stays alive, he gives Nouns so much more to think about, because now not only do they have to go for the retake, they have to think about what's happening behind them. And then they try to go after Ben Leet. He gets a second one. There's no chance at that point. You can't go in, and the bomb's been ticking away the entire time. Brilliant maneuvering by the party astronauts and their IGL in particular. Now they've got 9 opportunities to close this out, and as you said, Mike, just the Eagles and a 5-7. And they've already lost a player.
CJ down. The guy we were talking about is the heavy hitter in this new game, but the only one who's got any real sort of impact is Marky at this point. It's been a collective failure, but Cynic might try and change that narrative. A dig shot does enforce some presence on mid. Problem is, look at this lean. They have to lean some way. They've got very little to fight with. They've just chosen wrong. B-Wills under the balk. Just one lonely B-Wills. And what can he do? Mollied out, burning, bleeding, done for.
That's done.
No chance. It's a 2v4 now. The bomb's gonna go down. And it's desperation. 2 Deagles and a prayer to try and do anything about this game. Carson will find the first. Nothing more. Leaves it to Marky. If ever there were a Deagler, it would be this man, but it's not to be. Not here. Not now. 13-3. Utter domination. Picked up, wrapped up, thrown in the gutter by the party astronauts. And Cxzi, 29 kills. In what? 16 rounds.
Just short of the 30 bomb. But